So now we're going to go over number 3. For number 3, suppose your school wants to hire you for 13 days of painting in the summer. So you're getting hired for 13 days for painting. You are to choose between two payment plans. With plan 1, you'll be paid $15 per day. So that's plan 1. And with plan 2, you'll be paid 5 cents for accepting the job. Then your pay would double. 10 cents for the first day, 20 cents for the second day, etc. for the 13 days of work. 3A. Write an equation to model plan 1. How much would your total pay be for 13 days if you choose plan 1? So let's look at plan 1. Plan 1. We just got hired to work. So these will be our days of work. And this is what we get paid. Well, if we're not working, we're not getting paid. So that's 0, 0. But on day 1, we're getting paid $15 because we're working now. Day 2, we're going to get $30 because we add 15 because it says 15 per day. Day 3, $45, and we basically just keep going. They want to know what will we get paid for 13 days. So we have to look at this. This grows in a linear pattern. We add 15 each day. So what we could do is we could actually see that the rate of change is 15. So y is equal to 15x is our equation. Our y-intercept is 0, so we would just add 0, which is why we just leave it at y equals 15x. So the total pay for 13 days is just going to be, the days will be represented by x. So we do y is equal to 15 times 13. On part of your EOC, you won't be able to use your calculator, so let's see if this works here. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 times 1 is 1. So we can see that for 13 days, we're going to get $195. All right, so for $195. So letter B, for number 3B, complete the following table for plan 2. Well, plan 2, let's come up with an equation. For plan 2, we have an initial value of 5 cents. And we're growing exponentially because we're multiplying by 2 to get from one number to the next. So plan 2, our initial value, remember y is equal to a times b to the x is what we're going to use. And so our initial value is our 5 cents. But then after that, remember your rate of changes in here, well, our pay doubles. So that's 100% plus 100%, 1 plus 1, which is 2. And then you're going to raise it to the x. So now when you want to know what your pay is, each time you would substitute, your x is going to be your number, and your y is going to be the amount you get paid. So for x, we're going to substitute this number, and then our output will be our y. So we have y is equal to 5 cents times 2 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So on day 0, you're going to get 5 cents just because you got hired and they said you get 5 cents for accepting the job. And then you're going to multiply by 2 to the first. So a nice easy way to do this, you could either plug in each number and multiply, like you can do 0.05 times 2 to the first, 0.05 times 2 to the second, 0.05 times 2 to the third. Or you can put this equation in your calculator and look at the table. So I'm going to show you how to look at the table. And we'll fill our table in that way. Let's see. So let me pop up the calculator for you. And let me do a memory clear. And I'm going to clear the payment history. I'm going to clear the key press history. So y is equal to 0.05. And we want to double it, so we're going to put 2, because that's our rate, to the x powered. This is the general equation for that situation. Now you want to look at your table. And you see how it has, when you're first hired, you get 5 cents. And then for 1 day, you're going to get 10 cents. And we're just going to keep going up. And as you use your table, you can go in and fill in all your numbers. Let me downsize the calculator and fill in the table and see if we get the same values. So let's look at plan 2. Okay, on day 1, you have 10 cents. Which they did tell you that. Day 2, 20 cents. And then day 3, we have 40 cents, and then 80 cents, 40 cents, 80 cents. And then we're going to have $1.60 on day 5. We're going to double that and get $3.20. And then we're going to go down here to day 7, we get $6.40. And day 8, we have $12.80. Day 9 is $25.60. Day 10 is $51.20. Day 11 is, so let me double check this, the $51.20 plus the $51.20 because it was kind of hard to see on my paper. 0, 4, so that's 102. So that's 102.40. And then let me double check that, 102.40, 102.40. And I get 204.80. Okay, and then let's double check that. And 409.60. Good. So that's where we have it. We'll move it up so we can see what we want in C. So, in number 3, letter C, based on your answer to parts A and B, with which plan would you be paid more money for these 13 days of work? We get $409.60 if we work on plan 2. And we only ended up with, what did we get for plan 1? $195. So what is your answer to number 3? Right, plan 2. So for number 3, you should have plan 2. Or for number 3C. Okay, so here we are. This is 3C. I'm still on number 3 with you. And again, it's plan 2. And we ended up with $409.60. Plan A, or plan 1, we only had $195. So write a rule that you can use. Well, we already wrote our rule because that was very helpful. We started out with 5 cents for when we got hired. And you didn't have to write the rule at first. You could have just doubled everything to get from one number to the next. And then after that, it doubled each day, okay? And if you wanted to put for 13 days, X would be 13.